You don't need any of that?
Experts. You don't need to take the risk of failing. You don't need to hire employees.
God,
no matter your...
Okay, hold on. Wait, I want to see this whole list. So what is the position here? So you don't need to even be alive, it sounds like. You don't have to have your own... The rise of fake gurus. Isn't this, Eye Patch Wolf? The dark truth behind making millions from online courses. I mean, pretty much everyone knows that online courses are a scam. But let's, I'm interested.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
Fuck off, man! Stop harassing me, dude!
Here in my garage.
Here in my garage.
Even though it blew up on YouTube, everybody was being filled with all of his advertisements on
Whoa!
My garage, here's my bookcase.
What the fuck?
But what people don't realize is Tai Lopez paved the way for an invasion of what you can call internet online gurus. And if you've ever tried searching for...
There's no way they're that profitable though. There's no way.
Talking straight at you into a camera, telling you that sign up to my free training.
Free training that I'm giving you an invitation to.
Turn up for the online training
and join our completely free training where I'm registered to attend our free...
Whenever you hear that, just know that it's a scam. Like, I feel like everyone knows that.
But some of these people are earning millions.
Millions. Whoa!
Millions.
What?
And then when you really look into it and you realize a lot of these people have a cult-like following.
You're telling me Sam, what was his name? Sam Ovkin? I wasn't even close. Sam Ovens has a cult following? I don't believe that for even a second. How to become a consultant. This guy even paid for the Google Premium thing where you get like ad on top of everything. So real quick, I'll give another pro tip if anyone's prone to getting scammed. Whenever you see this, like if you see ad up here, never click on this. You can just pay for this, and a lot of times what'll happen is a scam company will pay for this to try and bait people into signing up to a fake service. That happens all the time, especially with RuneScape. So if you try and download something like RuneScape, the first 3 of these are going to have ad here, and all 3 of them are viruses. So pretty counterintuitive already, Sam. So what does he do? I help people start and grow wildly profitable consulting businesses. Got started when I was 21 years old, completely broke, living and working out of my parents' garage trying to start a business. Incredible how all of these gurus have the exact same origin story. It's wild. What a coincidence. I wondered, surely there's a way to get clients to come to us instead of chasing them, and then one day I figured it out. Over the next 4 years I made $10 million. I can't really see what he does though, like what the f does he do? What? All it says is millionaire consultant. Like, does he just talk to millionaires and ask for money? Like I don't really know what this means. Surely millionaires don't come to Sam to learn anything. This is so wildly... it is so hard to figure out what this guy does, like what his actual business is. Flagship Consulting Accelerator training has produced 25 millionaires, nearly 500 six-figure earners, and allowed over 3,000 people to quit their jobs and work full-time as consultants. That doesn't really tell me anything. Why? This is wild! Jesus Christ, and you're telling me Sam Ovens has a cult following? I don't believe this for even a second. He had to have been born rich. How does okay. He quite literally just sells courses. That is his whole business. Here, I found it. It is literally only selling courses. So in 42 days, I can start my own profitable business and get my first customer. Crazy. My brother was friends with Tai Lopez a few years ago, and when he wanted to expose him, Tai sued him for defamation.
Is Dan Locke a cult?
Yeah, that sounds about
yes
right.
Or no? Is High Ticket Closer a cult? Yes or no?
Yes.
And then you realize
that was honest.
They're not really trying to teach you anything. All while smiling and happily taking out your credit card and swiping it, whilst giving them millions and making you poorer or in more debt.
But smarter, because of knowledge.
So, do you want to learn how to replicate it all? It can be preferably a fad, something like cryptocurrency.
Let's talk about Bitcoin.
Or it's dropshipping, or it's consulting.
I started my consulting business from scratch and then grew it to the point right now where I'm making more than $20 million per year with it.
Whoa! You know, one thing I've never seen is a successful man who ever paid for one of these courses.
And I'm going to show you step by step how my students are earning 6 and even 7 figures working from their laptops from home.
Yeah, but you never hear anyone say that. Like, I've never heard a millionaire, when asked the question, how did he become successful, Oh yeah, I bought Sam Ovens Training Consulting Accelerator.
Doesn't matter if you really don't know what you're talking
Really
about.
blew me
You can
up.
hire an expert, get them to write a script, and you can read it out to a video camera. It doesn't matter about what is in the course. That's not what's important here. What's important is how you market it.
It seems like you don't have to try that hard to market it. You just say the same dog shit that everyone else says.
This is the stage.
You just copy their script. Did you buy the course? No.
You want to
I
start by
should
running
though.
some YouTube ads, some Facebook ads, Instagram ads, like wherever the hell you can find people who are young enough and probably in a vulnerable position to where they want to buy into wherever the hell you're selling them, which leads us on to the next point. Sell a dream.
You could be generating profit in a matter of just hours, if not just a few days.
Earning $6.
Wow, that
My
quick, huh?
students are earning 6 and even 7 figures working from their laptops from home.
That I've got.
Like, how does anyone... I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. How does anyone see this and be like, yeah, that's probably legit? This is no different than the sexy singles waiting to you in your area. I really thought these were just dead on arrival things. I had no idea they were an actual successful business. That is mind-boggling to me.
I was able to go from being completely broke, in debt in university, to making over $86,000 in just my first 60 days.
Whoa.
Interested in creating a passive income stream.
That I'm traveling around the world.
Book.
I'm gonna give you this for free.
The goal with this ad is to hook them in. You want to really dig into their emotions. You want to make them feel like, wait, what? This guy's earning 6 figures and he's thrown up a bunch of testimonials of his students and I can do this as well. Sure, I'll click your link. Got him. You see, here is where you lead your prey into the next stage of your funnel. This is where they enter your webinar, your free live event, they buy your free book, whatever it is. Make sure you keep it a little lengthy. In the case of a webinar, 1 to 3 hours. You see,
True,
the
Perky,
longer
that's a good one.
it is, the more time they get to spend with you and the more trust they build towards you and the higher the chance that you can sell them on higher priced courses.
So I'm basically just dating them.
Turn off the social media to tell your family, leave me alone.
Close down Facebook, turn off Netflix, turn off Instagram, hide your phone if you need to for the next 60 minutes because this exact training has changed literally thousands of lives and it can do the same for you.
This sounds awful.
Now,
It's a
hold up.
parasocial
You're probably
relationship.
saying,
It's not even training.
James, I don't have any information to
Damn
tell
it.
them. What do I teach these people?
I'm not learning.
Come on. We're not trying to teach
I'm just
them
in love.
anything.
Hour to work each day.
I was working as an accountant, working 80 hours a week, depressed, anxious.
It just felt like a jail cell. I felt my life literally being sucked out of me minute by minute.
What you need to do is you need to sound like you're in the position that they're in at that current point in time. And if you've done your YouTube ads right, then you've probably attracted the most vulnerable of these people.
Then believe me, there was
Yeah,
other failures
that's an
that
understatement.
went.
It's also important to note that you want to rewire their mentality and their mindset. Tell them that money is abundant.
Money never goes away.
Even when I was a kid, though, I wouldn't
You
have
need to
fallen for
spend
this
more
shit.
energy
How does it
on how to
happen?
generate the money, not save it. It's not
You-
going
I
away.
guess you just have to be like
It's about
really
the freedom. It's about the time.
gullible.
In their
Are their
heads,
past
the
stories
objection
true?
of,
No,
it's
of
too
course not. What the?
expensive.
Can earn a full-time living on Amazon if they're willing to put in the work. Listen, if
They can't even use a microphone. They're using a
they're
Mac
selling you
built-in
something and
mic.
They're lying to you, right? Because it is not.
Can't you
easy
get like
to
a Blue
rich.
Yeti?
When they buy your course and it doesn't work for them, you want to make sure that they're not blaming you, that they're telling themselves, you know what, it's my fault that this didn't work. Now, you want to go in for the hard sell.
Thanks, Recent Pure Awesome. This is a Sigma male grind set for sure. Hey, what's up, babe? I bought Sam Ovens training course.
On your course, say, look,
So we
he's
my
only
place or yours? What's up?
100 grand in his first month of doing it.
So it took him 1 year to get to 6 figures.
$4,000 from 2 clients.
Over $1,500 in one single day.
$7,800 in the span of about a week.
Make it sound easy. Easy, easy, easy.
You don't have to have any experience to get started. You don't have to have any tech skills or buy any software. You don't need your own product.
You never
Well, what do you
have to-
need? Like, what do you do? Just
never
sit there and
you
hope
have to
that
negotiate,
someone buys
the way
air?
to
Like,
agent and all those people.
you don't need any of that?
Experts. You don't need to take the risk of failing. You don't need to hire employees.
God,
No matter your
okay, hold on. Wait, I want to see this whole list. So what is the position here? So you don't need to even be alive, it sounds like. You don't have to have your own product or create one, okay? Like what do you do? You don't have to do sales. You don't have to have an audience. So who's buying this? Like, how can you read this list and be like, huh? So I do nothing. So then what happens? I buy this course and I get told I don't have to do anything, and then what? This is crazy. I've never seen the courses. I only ever see the ads and just write it off immediately. But seeing this, it's even crazier that anyone would believe this for even a second. This is literally the old meme of like, step 1, question mark, step 2, profit.
You don't have to wait for a closing. It all happens in about 10 or 14 days.
Just copy and paste them into your listing and your PPC campaigns, and it's easy as that.
It seems a bit too expensive to buy a £2,500 course. I don't really think I can afford that. So here's what you want to do. You want to create scarcity.
So if you want to get these additional bonuses, you need to join now. And if you're going to think about it, you're going to miss out on this.
These bonuses
Who's this goofball? I only looked up Sam Ovens, but this guy's got my full attention. He looks like he wasn't meant to be in this line of work, like he was just an extra looking for work. So he's like the stunt double for the real John Crestani. Like his heart doesn't seem in it at all. Let's see. John Crestani is a growth hacker known for... Oh my god, that's his actual title he calls himself. Known for his contributions in helping companies reach more people and sell more products using the business model of affiliate marketing. He's an online expert in all forms of paid advertising from Facebook ads, Google, YouTube, and native advertising networks. His beard is much thicker in these pictures, so I'm assuming that's the growth he's referring to. It's also vague. Your job as an affiliate marketer is to do a better job of selling the product than the merchant itself. Thanks, John. That's the entire about section. Well, I know all I need to know now about John, I guess. There's almost no words on here. I guess he's like catering to those that are illiterate, that accidentally buy his course. Like, there is absolutely no words on this whole site. It's just pictures of John. Future of self-employment.
And now, San Diego Connect.
You know, 1 out of 4 millennials say they want to own their own business someday. But
idiots!
Trends in that regard.
Not in John's world.
Tell us more about your background and your success in this space.
So I started off in college. I was running a little tutoring business, and I want to get some extra beer money, so I set up a website and I put out some ads. I kind of taught myself to get more customers, and that turned into working for an ad agency out of college and doing pretty well, so that some of the business owners said,
he is wearing a leather jacket, so he means business.
If you Google John Crestani, you'll see what he's talking about. Now,
no, that's how I ended up here. I Googled John Crestani and I saw nothing that made any sense, which is how I landed on this unlisted video on a most likely fake news segment he made. I quite literally can't find anything about what he does. It is like genuinely impossible to understand anything that John Crestani is doing. All he says is he's creating affiliate marketers and that it's your job to make money. Like, what do you mean? I'm not learning anything. I'm just being confused.
Into their future.
He is a growth hacker, I suppose.
Bonuses are gone, guys. They're gone forever.
For people on this webinar today only, I'm going to do it for $1,999.
You can tell them it's okay to finance it with their credit cards or whatever the hell.
The money. If the money is the biggest hurdle, but if you have the desire, if you have the time,
oh,
if you
God.
have the willingness,
oh,
we have
God.
an
Don't do it.
for you. You can use PayPal credit and
John!
get started.
Go into debt for John,
little to no money
or you'll
down.
never be successful.
It's essentially free today.
That's rather evil, John.
Now you can sit back and watch that sweet, sweet profit fly in.
When I say the word financial freedom, what picture comes to mind? Right, a beach. You're sitting on the what's it called?
Oh wow! Look at all the money.
Yes, that's right. And then you're drinking your what?
All this money, it's right there.
Why stop there? You didn't really think we were just going to be selling courses, right?
Oh, there's
Remember,
more?
Our goal is to get them hooked on our products. On the even bigger course and better course, which is £5,000. You practically have an army with you. These guys have watched you religiously. And
people think, oh, it's only a course. It's only $2,000. First of all, a lot of people don't have $2,000. I'm sorry to say, I mean that gives me zero pleasure. This is why I do the show.
That's right.
$26,000.
Ah!
Are you listening, everyone at home? Are you?
Let them feel special.
Well, then you didn't work hard enough,
Make
idiot.
them feel like a celebrity.
John would never lie to you.
Actually achieving something.
Should have done
Tell them to dress up
46,000.
in suits if you have
Then
to.
you'd be a millionaire.
Tell them they're all doing well and you're all going to be successful. And remember, trust your guru.
Yeah.
Oh god. Holy shit.
You don't tell them the truth, right? I mean,
oh my
we're selling
god.
shovels in a gold rush. We don't tell them that the reason we're so damn rich and living the life that they want to live is because we've sold them a dream and sold them our courses that aren't really going to get them there.
He found a consistent source of income of thousands of dollars every month. And all he had to do was sell more access to himself.
But I guess
That's
you're sitting
crazy.
back there, man. I wonder how none of these people have said anything yet.
Because they still believe it.
Well, that's
it's
the thing.
denial.
You see,
I know
if you
that.
remember correctly, we told them that they are responsible for their own actions.
A lot of people can be like, dude, you know, well, that's your fault for quitting your job. But hey, I'm one of hundreds, if not thousands of people in that program who did the same thing. Everyone I knew quit their jobs. I guess part of me was ashamed, just like everybody else.
A lot of people are ashamed. That's why a lot of
Thanks
people
to
don't come
resub
forward.
skill.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to the
Oh
resub
yeah. There are
hand.
people watching right now who aren't going to come
Right.
forward. It's an orchestrated thing. He uses your psychology against you.
I mean, some of
But
these
not
guys are
like
so
not really. Like he's so
desperate in situations
basic.
that
I just don't get
they
it.
have to believe
It
it's gonna
blows
work
me
for
away.
them. Otherwise, the alternative's far worse.
One of these guys I knew that was struggling, he handed his credit card over to Dan Locke's lackeys, and he said, I'm praying that this goes through. And it didn't. It got declined. And he just melted on the floor. He was crying.
What?
And then another guy was like, I got declined too. He's like, man, if I could sell my soul right now, I would. I'm looking, I'm like, you're joking. He's like, I would.
Sure, somebody.
Holy! I just can't even imagine people like that exist. I really can't. It is unfathomable.
The thing is, I don't really have anything against online courses, but the kind of courses that I'm talking about, they're not thousands of pounds. Most of them I got on Udemy and they're like 10 quid here and there. About probably in total I spent £200 on online courses. They're not trying
It's
to sell
super
you
different though. Like when you're taking an online course for something like editing, you know exactly what you're getting into. They are going to teach you how to edit. Like you are absolutely getting what you want when you're taking like a course from editors. But when you're taking a course from just a dude who says that he can make you millions, you're gambling a lot more on this guy somehow giving you tools to make millions of dollars. Like it can't even be talked about in the same sentence. Like there are courses that are good, but none of them are like get rich courses. Like success courses, there's not a single one that'll actually make you better or make you more successful. There is literally not a single one that I can think of that will ever get you in a position to be more successful in life. But if you're taking a course for like a focused thing, editing, even sports, you know, there's so much for that. Wild that people conflate those two. He's not. I'm not saying he is. I saw it in the chat.
I think a lot of these...
Just a little heads up. I know he's
aside
not.
From all of the moral standpoints, it's more about the fact that they're really cheapening what an online course is and how good online education can be. So the next time you kind of come across these gurus or someone that sells...
Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Sline. And the resub Ryan and Ochi.
Whether the value that they give you in that course is worth the money, because the chances are you can find any of this information in a book or just doing your own YouTube searching, which is probably where they got the information from anyway. What's important to always you're listening to or you've bought into the product of an online fake guru, just run. It's really not worth it, and I mean it when I say that most of them are just trying to get you addicted to their products. Personally, a lot of them aren't going to last. I think
I'm surprised they're still around.
My name is James Janney. If you liked what you saw, please do hit the like button. It helps so much. With
that was a really well
channel,
put together video. I hadn't heard of half of those gurus.
Content like this, I've got a lot of exciting stuff planned. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Check out my last video as well. I did it.
I hope he sells a course at the end. These are all scams, but mine's real.
That's an awesome video, especially
great.
And you're curious as to whether you should go. Comment down below if you have made it to the end here. I'll respond to all of it, I promise. And it means a lot that you have watched up until this point.
That was a great video, actually. The only major gurus I knew were Ty Lopez and the Paul brothers. The Paul brothers, I don't know if they still do, but they used to do online seminars just like that. Genuine, full throttle, dog shit, awful courses. And I actually watched one, because obviously being the Paul brothers, people just put out the entire course. So I watched some of it. And I just assumed everyone would know that all of that shit is fake, but I guess not. Actually, wild. I can't believe... Do we have anyone in the chat that's paid for a course? I'm really curious. Anyone at all? Because watching that, everyone was making it sound like no one would fall for it, so I'm not alone in that. And I don't want just like a everyone's memeing with me. So college... Well, putting aside academics, like, you can argue if the academics are worth the price all day. One thing that's never worth the price is the textbooks. But even still besides the point, setting all of that shit aside, college is still probably worth something just for the social experience. You are a mindless loser socially until you get to college, and then you really learn how to, like, assimilate into society normally. Like genuinely into society. Unless you just never leave your dorm, I suppose. Which I guess could happen. I have no idea what college is like in a COVID environment, so I couldn't tell you. But back when you were allowed to be around human beings without fear, that's kind of my takeaway.